Hello everyone, welcome back to chemistry class. In this video, I'm going to explain about chemical formula and chemical name. And this is our practice paper. We will start with list of cation and also list of anion. And for the cation, we can start with group one. I have lithium plus ion, Na plus ion, K plus. And then I will just use the first three element, the first three ion in each group. For group 2, I have magnesium, magnesium 2 plus, I have calcium 2 plus, and the other popular one is Ba2 plus. For anion, we will have F minus, Cl minus, chloride, chloride. Then I have oxygen, oxide. And then I also have nitride. And for the polyatomic, I can have nitrate, NO3, PO4, phosphate, and then sulfate. For this one, I can write Na again. And then now, what will be the compound formula? If you have positive and negative ion, and then you want to form the compound, you need to remember that the bonding that they have is ionic bonding, because it is electrostatic attraction between two different charge ion, positive and negative. And then how do you form the chemical formula? Basically, you just need to switch the number of charge that you have. For example, in this case, it's lithium with F. As you know, Li here means Li1 plus, and fluoride here is F1 negative. Since the number is 1, we don't need to write Li1 F1. We don't need to write that because only 1, we just ignore, and then we will write as LIF immediately. So without number, yeah, if it is only 1, we don't need to write the number. And then what will be the name? Now, when it comes to name, we need to follow the rule. The rule is we need to state the name of metal and then follow by the name of non-metal. For monoatomic ion, we need to change the last few letters. For example, before we know we have oxygen, then we will change it to oxide. So we will use IDE to replace the few letter in the name of non-metal. So for lithium, the name will be lithium fluoride. Okay, before we have fluorine, now we will change it to fluoride. How about Na with Cl? This is the same method. We can use the same method, then we will end up with NaCl. And I believe NaCl is quite popular, right? I mean, you have heard about NaCl quite often, and the name will be natrium chloride, or we know that it is sodium chloride, yeah, because natrium is not a carbon word. We just need to state as sodium chloride. And then how about if you have different charge? For example, here K plus with O2 negative. K plus with O2 negative, you will get, so the 2 from the oxygen will go to K, while the 1 from potassium will go to O. So you end up with K2O. Okay, once again, 2 here will go toward K and 1 here will go toward O. So the result will be K2O. So you just need to switch the number and you will get K2O. What's the name? We can cite we can start with the metal. Metal is potassium, potassium, potassium oxygen, no, potassium oxide. So you cannot write potassium oxygen. You will change it to potassium oxide. And then how about if it is magnesium with nitride? So we can do the same thing here, Mg2 plus with N3 negative. So 2 from magnesium will go toward N, and the 3 from nitrogen will go toward Mg. So the result will be Mg3 and 2. So Mg3 and 2. Okay, we can write it here, Mg3 and 2. And the name, we can just write it as magnesium. What is nitrogen? It become nitrite, yeah. You change it, yeah. Don't forget that. So magnesium nitrite. Now we will do the next question between calcium 2 plus and NO3 minus. Remember, it is always the same process, calcium 2 plus with NO3 1 negative. So 2 from calcium will go here, while 1 from nitrate will go here. The problem here is NO3 is polyatomic ion. So to avoid confusion, if you do not write it properly, you will misinterpret that. For example, as you know, 2 will go toward nitrate, right? So you have to put 2 here. But if you don't give bracket, you will maybe mistaken about the number of oxygen. You will say it's 32. No, it's not 32, but it is actually only 2 NO3. So we need to put bracket. For any polyatomic ion, you need to put bracket when the subscript is not 1. So that is very important. So the chemical formula will be calcium nitrate, CaNO3 and then 2. So this is the name calcium nitrate. Nitrate is polyatomic ion. Now we have another polyatomic ion between Ba2 plus with PO4 3 negative. So how do we write it? So Ba2 plus with PO4 3 negative. So 2 from Ba will go toward phosphorus and 3 from phosphorus will go toward Ba. So the result will be Ba3 PO4 again because it is polyatomic ion. You have to use bracket and then you put 2 over there. So it is Ba3 PO4 2. And the name is barium. The name of the metal, we will state it as it is, barium. And PO4 is phosphate. Phosphate. Barium phosphate. And then the last one, what if you have sodium ion, Na plus, with SO4 2 negative? What will be the chemical formula? By doing the same thing, we can find the name. So Na plus with SO4 2 negative. One from Na will go toward SO4, and then two from SO4 will go toward Na. So the result will be Na2SO4 1. Because it is 1, we don't need to write the number and we don't need to give bracket. So the name will be sodium sulfate. Okay, so that is the example for the first 7 cation and 7 anion with their compound and also chemical formula. Okay, I hope you learned something from this session, this video, and hopefully it will make it easier for you to understand the lesson in the class. All right, thank you everyone. See you again next time.